Yeah. Memorial. Oh yeah. 3, 2. Well, actually, it's just over there. There's the
Hello, good sir. How are you doing today? Hello, good sir. That almost made trip. How are you doing today?
Terrible. You almost made me trip.
It's a simple material. It's a rock.
So it's the guy that you will see on the back. It's a huge statue of him. He was a wealthy guy. He lived in North Carolina, in Virginia, in Charlottesville, Virginia. His estate over there is very famous. Actually, inspired a little bit this temple. This is a Greek temple, more towards the Ionic side. The Ionic, the Greek temples, Ionic, Corinthians, and Doric, are defined basically by the columns. So this is a Ionic column. This is what they call it. But it's a circular one. Because they wanted this to look a little bit like his estate in Charlottesville. Monticello. Thank you. From here, well, on the top here, you can't see it from there, but when you go down, you'll see there's the group of 5 gentlemen signing the Declaration of Independence, the Declaration of Independence, and among others, man, the memory is pretty bad today. Jefferson, Franklin from Philadelphia, Benjamin Franklin, those other 3 guys are important signing stuff. That's on the top. This is I mentioned the and the Martin Luther King Memorial is that white rock over there. So that's where we were. That's our memorial. And then the other one is like that's where they print US dollars. They make coins. That's also the Bureau of Engraving of the United States. One of the buildings. You can do a tour over there, and at the end they will give you a full sheet of dollars uncut with no value. Right next to that building, there's a little kind of a triangle with a triangle glass windows. That's the Holocaust Memorial. It's a museum where you can learn everything that happened with Hitler and so forth. The Washington Monument. White House. That's where we're going later. All right. So let's see. What time is it? Yeah. Sure.
Hey, can we like group up a little bit?
Of course, this river is the Potomac River. And to visit next. Franklin Delano Roosevelt. That's very important, 4 terms. And that explains why the memorial is so long, because they have built it so that they have 4 rooms and a prologue. This is the prologue. And then we're gonna visit the other 4 rooms. So he was president or not, he was elected 4 times. It's the only president that has been elected 4 times, but he actually was president only 3 times. What happened with the 4th? He died after election. He couldn't be sworn for the 4th. And Mr. Franklin Delano Roosevelt was elected for his first term in 1933. What was going on in 1933? The Great Depression. So that's the start. Actually, as soon as we cross this wall, we're gonna enter the room or chamber number 1. That's the Great Depression when it started. Then the second one is about the deal, the great deal that all the group of strategies and laws and projects that he put together to take America out of the New Deal, out of recession. And coincidentally, at the same time came World War II. Actually, World War II helped a lot take America off depression, because you know war is a good business and everybody gets employment because they need to produce stuff for the war. So, but that's the 3rd term, and you're gonna see a lot of reference to the war, rubble, ruins, and stuff like that. Actually, the water is very important through the memorial. And the water will, if it's falling and very crazy and very noisy, for example, World War II, then the water is playing a role in that to bring you that notion of chaos. And it is not until the end that it's kind of calm, because he passed away before his 4th term. But in the 4th term, it's going to be very important for his wife. Who was his wife? Eleanor. She was the first. After World War II, the war created the United Nations so that we could try to solve problems without going to war. That was after World War II, and Eleanor Roosevelt was the first representative of the United States to the United Nations, in honor to Mr. Franklin Delano Roosevelt. So we're gonna walk these 4 memorials. I'm gonna go slowly so that you can take pictures. And there are bathrooms here behind this building. Oh, and there's another set of bathrooms at the end of the memorial. So we're gonna stop at the end of the memorial if you guys need to go to the bathroom. And then we're gonna walk alongside the little tidal basin to the Luther King's Memorial. All right? Sounds good? Feel free to take pictures with the sculptures and all that stuff. That's what the memorial is. But important, remember, memorials are for remembering people. So it's a lot of respect. We need to be very respectful, no playing or running around, okay? All right, let's go to the first chamber. Oh, I forgot, the prologue. Here is the prologue. Mr. Franklin Delano, maybe 17 years old. He hated the fact that he was, that he had that problem, and he tried to hide it because he didn't want to look less when he was having conversation with leaders of other countries, or you know, the opposition or things like that. In every picture that you see from Mr. Delano Roosevelt, he's trying to hide his wheelchair or sitting in a place. But you know, here the prologue of this memorial is kind of a memorial or monument to that type of problem. It is used by the American Association of Polio as a monument, as a memorial also for that purpose. This was added actually later on when the memorial was inaugurated. It started at the wall over there, and this was added later on because people said we should not hide the fact that he had that problem. I mean, it's not a mental problem; it's just a disability. So that's why this became a memorial for the association. All right, let's go.
Oh, that's an amazing one.
Come on, boys, let's go see.
So far, it's pretty cool. Quite an interesting monument. Apparently, how the water moves in each of these chambers is supposed to be symbolic of the times that moving water is supposed to be the Great Depression. So it wasn't necessarily a calm nor extremely hectic period, but needed things to change. I see 1/3 of a nation ill-housed, ill-clad, ill-nourished.
Very interesting piece of history.
Yeah, depressed. It is time to extend planning to a wider field, in this instance comprehending in one great project many states directly concerned with the basin of one of our greatest rivers. the Tennessee Valley Authority. Let's not fall on the rock. What are these?
Bro said he was gonna go slow. This is why I lost in the first one.
Kind of braille and imprints of faces. If you know what this means, please tell me in the comments. I propose to create a civilized conservation corps. I propose to create a civilian conservation corps to be used in simple work. More important, however, than the material gains will be the moral and spiritual value of such work.
Oh my god.
We must scrupulously guard the civil rights and civil liberties of all citizens, whatever their background. We must remember that any oppression, any injustice, any hatred is a wedge designed to attack our civilization. A very good quote. I hate war. World War II began in Asia and Europe in the 1930s. FDR campaigned on keeping the U.S. out of the war while secretly providing weapons and ships to democratic Great Britain without Congress knowing. These resources helped Great Britain fight authoritarian German and Japanese forces. With conflict raging off both coasts, voters re-elected President Roosevelt to an unprecedented third term. Within a year, a Japanese attack on a Hawaiian naval base compelled the U.S. to enter the war. FDR realized the U.S. military was too small and outdated to fight a modern war. He authorized the first peacetime draft and the construction of new ships, aircraft, and other material after the Japanese bombed the U.S. naval base at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. Roosevelt asked Congress to declare war in December 1941. We must be the great arsenal of democracy. I have seen war. I have seen war on land and sea. I have seen blood running from the wounded. I have seen the dead in the mud. I have seen cities destroyed. I have seen children starving. I have seen the agony of mothers and wives. I hate war. They who seek to establish systems of government based on the regimental of all human beings by a handful of individual rulers call this a new order. It is not a new and it is not order. We have faith that future generations will know that here in the middle of the 20th century, there came a time when men of good will found a way to unite and produce and fight to destroy the forces of ignorance and intolerance and slavery and war. More than an end to war, we want an end to the beginnings of all wars.
Fourth term, he died in harness, 480 words. You are in the room title fourth term, 1945. This part of the room represents Edwin Lawrence Day on November 12, this day, 2 days into his fourth term. As one of the group of law and right campaigns of coronation, more than a danger. We were the we hope to find the
That's Miss Roosevelt, one of the first, I believe, U.S. representatives for NATO. The structure of world peace cannot be the work of one man or one party or one nation. It must be a peace which rests on the cooperation efforts of the world. Eleanor Roosevelt. Huh?
Why do you need mugging the water so hard?
I don't know. Freedom of speech, freedom of worship, freedom from want, freedom from fear. And that is the end of the Franklin Delano Roosevelt Memorial. Quite a nice memorial. Alright, we're going to head back to the bus very soon and on to the next memorial or the hotel. Now at the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial. What is your opinion of the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial?
MLK. Big man.
You got
Doggo.
The cops are fine.
I've never seen lights. I'm poor.
You recording a video?
Yes.
It's okay, Paul. I know you're recording us. It's okay, Paul. What's a Victorian child gonna do if I give him a sip of a Mountain Dew? Give him a sip of a Monster. He's off the wall. Here you go. Here's what we call an energy drink.
Dies instantly of a heart attack.
Oh my god. Hang on. Give him an entire. Give him like alcohol. Make the Victorian child smoke a blunt. Here you go, smoke this.
Good way to chain the backwards hat.
Cut that out of the
4 scores and 7 years ago. Hey, look, it's watching.
That's the Pentagon, correct? Crystal City is the neighborhood right in front of us. All those financial office buildings and apartment buildings. The memory of 186 people that were killed in that terrorist attack.